me some of that good old love. Oh, let me make you give me some of that good old love. Lord, put your hands together and show the love for the one and
My name is Candy Hinton, and I am the broker of a real estate office in local downtown Ypsilanti. Awesome. The name is Hinton Real Estate Group.
Yes.
And it is a family-owned business. Myself, my daughter, and it is team operated. So I do have a group of team that help operate the office.
Yes, beautiful. And where do you all service? We
service Southeast Michigan, specialize in the county of Washtenaw, and we are hyper local of helping our folks in Ypsi.
All right, so in other words, you can help anybody from
Wayne County.
Out of Wayne County, okay?
Absolutely.
But we are hyper local here. We are available here. We can get assistance and help in the real estate arena right here in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Absolutely. And if you are new to real estate, not sure, been a generational renter, have never owned anything, you can call us and schedule an appointment. We do a consult and really sit down with you and try to figure out what that looks like, because today it might not work, but it doesn't mean it can't work in 2 years. And so sometimes you need to put a plan together. So we will sit down, just like a financial advisor, just like an attorney, we will sit down and help you strategize what that's going to look like. I initially went into real estate because I was very curious in regards to customer service and how real estate was sold and bought. My husband had bought me a home, and I was very surprised about the fact that he bought me a home, and I thought, let me figure out how to do this. So long story short, I decided to get a license and to get into real estate. I stayed in real estate because I realized that I had more to bring to the industry than the brokers that I had met had showed me. And I decided I wouldn't become a broker unless I could add to what the industry needed. And I felt like we needed more people who could train, who could help, and who could educate the community on what it looks like to acquire real estate for generational wealth. No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Because there are people who don't know how to take care of properties. There are people who are not familiar with how to create that wealth. They just to live in it and then it gets tore up and you're not keeping up with it. I'd rather you rent. No. There are people who they don't sit still long enough to really acquire the equity that they need, because there's so many different things that they want to do. So I don't think everyone should own a home, but I think everyone should have a plan in terms of what real estate looks like for them. So, no, if you can't afford the mortgage, I don't want you to buy a home to put yourself in a situation where they're going to take it away from you. And that can happen when we feel like being in debt is sexy, because being in debt is not sexy if you can't get in debt correctly. So no.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, you all got to take that down. Being in debt is not sexy if you cannot get out correctly. That's a gem right there. That's a gem right there. Yes.
Sure. So we start with novice investors. We might start with people who come into real estate because they are young and they want to get their first property. So I work with them to try to figure out if multifamily housing is good for them so that they don't have to pay the mortgage and they can have someone in there helping them do that, or
Yes.
a duplex that they can then live themselves out of. So they live on one side and someone else lives on the other side and they become an investor until they're ready to then move on, maybe with a family. And now they'll start buying another home and then having it as an investment piece, right? So
Mhm.
with first-time buyers and just what that looks like. We also work with people who upgrade because they're now having children and family and they need to find something a little bit bigger. And again, they can still afford those mortgages and all works well. And then we have seniors who need to downsize because maybe they bought a house that's 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and they have upstairs, downstairs, but now they can't go downstairs for the laundry or their bedrooms are on the second level. So we help them to figure out how to downsize and to work with their financial situation, because as you retire, you're going to have a fixed income. And we look at what that might look like for them moving forward. So those are a couple of the different opportunities that I help people find with real property.
Yes.
734-480-8650. And our website is teamhinton.com. But 734-480-8650. And it's teamhinton.com.
Family, there it is, the Hinton Real Estate Group. Thank you, Miss Candy Hinton. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.